What's going on, guys? We're back for the next video in the Merch by Amazon series here. And in this video, I'm talking all about the 7 things that I kind of wish I knew I started, and also the 7 things that really I've learned by selling over 500 t-shirts on the Merch by Amazon platform. So to preface this, I did a video at 200 when I sold my first 200 products on Amazon, and then I did another one prior to that at my first 100 sales. And this is now my top 7 lessons and kind of things I wish I'd learned from the first 500 sales. So just to show you guys my numbers, to show you I'm legit, these are my current numbers. So we're in November here. I started merch in September and got more serious about it really just a few months back. But in total, I have sold 554 plus designs. And I say plus because you guys can see here I had actually 579 sales, but I've had some returns, some cancels, and all that jazz. So we're still over 500 sales on the Merch by Amazon platform, and I just wanted to give you guys kind of like my wisdom, my advice to you guys, in things that I wish I had known, you know, right when I started on this platform. So it's obviously changed a lot in the last year, but it's going to change a lot more. But these kind of 7 things that I think are going to stick around, and 7 things I definitely wish that I knew. So the first one is be willing to actually invest in your business. So you guys will see here like my numbers. The first month I did 1 sale, and really these numbers are not crazy. Really they don't pick up until June, July here when I started the first Merch Focus 30, which I'll put a link to down in the description. But during these first few months, the thing I did not do is I didn't invest anything in the business. I did all my designs myself, and I'm not a good designer, so I was using Canva, just like random products. Didn't pay for any designs whatsoever. Didn't have a designer. Didn't use any tools. And there's definitely some value in that and learning that side of the business, but don't be afraid to actually spend money on your business. If you're in this to really build an e-commerce business, whether on merch or on other platforms, it's really important to look at it like a business. And to grow a business, you can grow it organically, slowly, but you're going to be able to grow, in my opinion, a lot faster when you use tools and resources that are out there. So since then, now I spend some money every single month. It depends on the month, but on designer, so I pay my designer. I also spend on various different tools. And those things have really helped me actually build this business a lot faster. And you guys can see, like, it's, the numbers speak for themselves. Yes, a lot of this is because I put a lot more attention in the business, but a lot of it's also because I spent a lot more money on higher quality designs, on tools, on all of that stuff. So I definitely encourage you guys to not be afraid of doing that. There's obviously a smart way to do it, but that was one big thing that I wish I had done earlier on in my merch career. I think I would have accelerated, kind of my position, and maybe I would have been where I am now, but 6 months earlier. So that's number 1, is invest in the business. Okay. Number 2, guys, is to really get involved in kind of the community, and not just for Merch by Amazon, but get involved in, print on demand, the print on demand community. Get involved in the e-commerce community. Get involved just in if you're in a specific niche, whatever it may be. Now, there's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can do anything from, going to local meetup groups. Yes, there are meetup groups for e-commerce, for print on demand, at least in most places in the U.S. I don't really know as much outside of the U.S., but if you don't have access to those, guess what? We have the internet, okay? So hop into Facebook groups. There's a lot of people that I have spent time, over the last 6 months building relationships with, messaging, asking, hey, can I help you? Or can you show me how you did this? Or whatever it is. And a lot of those connections were people that I met through Facebook groups, through Instagram, through all those different platforms. So I highly encourage you guys, get involved in the community, go on YouTube, find other people there to, network with. Join the Facebook group, our Facebook group. It's I'm going to put a link to that down in the description too, but we'd love to have you guys there. So that's another thing I wish I had done sooner. I really didn't get involved in any Facebook groups or anything like that, again, until maybe like March or April here. So that's number 2. Okay, number 3, guys, is keep experimenting, okay? And I've talked about this in some of my other videos. For example, I talked in the going deep versus going broad video, the importance of experimentation. If you guys, let's say you get to tier 1,000, tier 2,000, you're making a couple $100s a month. If you guys stop experimenting, your business is not going to grow. If anything, it's probably going to slowly die off because things change, trends change. So the importance of experimenting is that it's keeping your business alive. It's going to find you new ways to bring in additional revenue and maybe even grow off platform or grow in other ways that you wouldn't have expected. So if you don't experiment, if you don't learn, if you're not growing, your business is going to be ultimately dying. So that's kind of the third one, is make sure you guys keep experimenting, whether it's with designs, advertising, different platforms, different keywords, all these different things. Keep playing around with them. You're going to learn more, you're going to grow more, and you're going to add all of that stuff into your toolkit, so to speak. So that's number 3, experiment. Number 4, definitely do not quit your day job to do merch. Fortunately, I don't think there's a ton of people that do this, but I say that because this is really a longer term style of business. This is not really, even when you look at some of the other e-commerce businesses, I'd say with merch, you can start making sales and money faster. It's very easy to get online and start making money, but it takes a long time to build up to where you're even making anything significant. I mean, it's taken me a year, really 6 months of really hard work, I'd say, to get to where I'm making at least $100, $150 a month, which, to be honest, is still not a lot of money. So my point here is, like, don't go into Merch by Amazon thinking you're going to quit your job in the next 6 months. And I'm not telling you guys not to dream big. I think it's important to dream big, but that's just one thing that I would caution anyone to do is, from someone who sold 500 t-shirts, I can tell you that it takes longer than expected to get to where you're making decent money on Merch by Amazon, and I'm nowhere close to that. So that's number 4. Number 5, and this kind of echoes off of that, is be patient. Be patient with the platform. Be patient with yourself and your growth. And I think most importantly, this really pertains to when you guys are seeing stories of other people having massive success, or maybe other people that are complaining about how slow this platform is, or not making a lot of money, or is merch dead, all of these different things. Just remember in the back of your head that patience is a virtue, right? So these businesses take a longer time, but I just want you guys to think, if let's say you do every year you complete 500 new designs, or let's say 1,000, just to make the number a little bit easier. If you keep up with this kind of business with print on demand, not necessarily merch, but print on demand, in 5 years, you'll have 5,000 products all online. And if you have those on different channels like Shopify, eBay, Etsy, now you have this big portfolio of products. You're going to learn a ton of stuff in that process. You're going to pretty much build an e-commerce business for yourself, make a name for yourself, all of that stuff. And so that you're not going to get that same experience in, let's say, even 1 year, maybe even 2 years. Like if you only do 1,000 products in a year, maybe you do less than that, you're not going to get the same breadth of experience and knowledge and income that you would if you stick with the business. So you learn a lot in the first year, but there's so much more that you continue to learn going forward. And I think with this and my experience the first 6 months, guys, I'll tell you, I was really impatient, and my numbers were pretty slow. And then when I decided, hey, I'm going to take a more in-depth look at this patiently, knowing it's going to take more work than I thought, that's when my numbers have started to pick up. So be patient with the business model, okay? Number 6, I just alluded to this one as well, but going deep versus going broad. When you find something that works from experimenting, go deep on that. So when you find a niche that's yours, that you're making, consistent sales, 3, 4, 5 a week, a day, a month even, and that's kind of a winning niche for you guys, don't glance over that. You need to stop and say, okay, I am selling well here. It's time to go deep on this niche. So when you find that winner, and same can be said for advertising. If you find that one winning ad, the first thing you should do is optimize it and scale it up. You're not going to say, oh, that's cool, let me go start a brand new one. Take the one that's winning, find out how to really explode that one, okay? Same with niches. If you have a winning niche, you need to go dive into that. So if you have 2 shirts and it's a winning niche, go make 20 more shirts or 50 more shirts. Take over that niche. You're going to blow your business up a lot faster. So that's number 6. And number 7, and I've talked about this, I think even in my past videos my milestone videos, is at the end of the day, always focus on uploading and tiering up, because those are ultimately, I've found, the biggest indicators of how many sales I'm going to have each month. Pretty much, as you guys can see by my numbers, the lower tiers, you just don't have as many pieces of online real estate. You don't have as many products, which means you're not going to get the same number of eyeballs. Versus if you're at tier 2,000, 3, 3, 4, and beyond, you're going to have way more products up, and therefore you're going to have tons of people that are actually seeing your products. So, there's a lot of the small strategies that all of us talk about, and that like I've talked about plenty of these, but creating Pinterest account and posting them there, and Spark, and these other Facebook ads and this and that. But at the end of the day, I think that the core should always be about getting more products up. And that doesn't mean throwing up, really just bad designs or anything like that. Like, still take your time. But my point, guys, is you should definitely focus on getting your products as much as you can up and live, and you're going to get more eyeballs in front and make more sales and tier up faster. So that's kind of my last little piece of wisdom. So with that being said, real quick, going to go over those again. Number one is invest in your business. So tools, designer, whatever it is, don't be afraid to invest your time, your money into your business. Number two is get into the community. You're going to learn from people in the community. So Facebook groups, follow people on YouTube that you like, ask questions, comment, help other people, because that's actually going to bring goodwill back to you, and you're going to get more help. So get involved. Number three, experiment. Keep experimenting with designs, with ads, with pricing, with keywords, title, all that stuff, guys. Keep doing it. Number four, don't quit your day job to do merch. It's a long-term thing. And going off that, number five is be patient with this platform in the process. Everyone's on a different kind of path here with print on demand and merch, but it does take patience. Number six, go deep when you find those winning niches or strategies. Focus, double down, triple down. Go hard on those strategies and niches that are winning for you. And the last one, number seven, guys, is always at the end of the day, focus on uploading. More products means more eyeballs, which means more sales. So those are the 7 things that I wish I had known right off the get-go, and I hope that helped you guys. Let me know down in the comments below if I missed anything, and obviously all the tools linked to the Facebook group, those are all going to be down in the link or in the description below. So make sure you guys check those out, and we will see you guys at the next video. Cheers.